I wanted to do this very short little introduction to the course. It doesn't take the place of the syllabus, so make sure that you look at that document because it has some very specific and important information. But I hope that this will make you feel a little bit more comfortable about how the course is set up. My name is Wanda Freese, but I'm not overly formal. You can call me Wanda, that's fine. Of course, we know to keep a sense of each other as human beings and treat each other with respect, not just me, but your peers. What we're going to be doing in this class is building on the skills and concepts you've already learned at English 101, and we'll be writing slightly longer essays. To make the course a little bit different from English 101, and for reasons that I hope will become clear to you as you work through Module 1, I'm focusing the readings in this course on literature, mostly short stories. I've done this since I've been here, and students have told me throughout the years that they enjoy the readings and find them sometimes easier to write about than just issues. I've been writing and teaching writing for about 35 years now, and I have never seen a student who completed the work in my courses fail. I put a picture in just so you'll have an idea of the person behind the class, I guess. Obviously, I am the one on the right, the short one, and the tall guy, Dunny, teaches geology. So you might run across some of his courses as well if you haven't already. You will have some software that you're required to upload to your computer. But there will be no textbook required for this class. Everything is going to be uploaded into the course itself. So what you're going to find in the course modules will be the following. You'll find study materials explaining the concepts you need to know. You'll find reading material to analyze and write about. And of course, you'll find your assignments. You will, however, need to upload Word and Adobe Reader to your computer if you have not done that already. If you go to your current students tab on the SEC website, you'll find that you can upload any Office software, Office 365 free, and Adobe Reader, of course, is also free. We also use an online resource called the Purdue OWL, and you may have used it in English 101. It's essentially a handbook and a writing lab online, and they're very good to let us use it for free. So when we have to look up information about MLA, or there's a grammar problem you need to sort out, or sentence structure problem, you don't have to buy a humongous handbook for about $80. You can just go use this resource. Yay them. You will also need to access the Library Commons online library resources when you do research. And you'll have access to Smart Thinking, and I'll have an item for that in the course menu, which is an online tutoring service in addition to tutoring services available through our own Learning Commons. Grading and requirements for the course are a little bit more complicated because I use a weighted grading scale, and you can see your syllabus for the details about how much each area counts. But basically your grade will be determined based upon the following. You'll have quizzes, discussion board, and reading analyses, and you'll have 2 major essays and the work associated with those. I use a rubric or scoring guide to grade your reading analyses and essays. It's based on the departmental scoring guide that we use for our student learning objectives, and it's of course very similar to anything you would find probably at any college or university at this level of writing. The rubric is useful for a couple of different reasons. First, you can use the rubric before you've submitted your assignments to kind of assess your own work, and also as a kind of checklist to make sure you haven't forgotten something important. But you also will be able to see on the rubric after I've graded your assignment how it was evaluated, and also what your areas of mastery are, and as well as the areas you need to improve. Now, while my rubrics are based upon what the department has agreed on as learning objectives, mine is a little bit more specific, just in order to help you think about what it is that you're trying to do in a paper. I've set your course up using a series of modules. And the modules are kind of like units or weekly assignments, although I guess it's possible that one might overlap a couple of weeks, are listed in the menu item, which is, of course, as you know, that black ribbon there on the left. So if we look at Module 1, this is what you're going to see. You click on Module 1, Why Read Stories, and then that opens up folders. And so, of course, if you click on the bold-faced area, that's going to open the folders. And each module will be set up in two main folders. The first will contain all of the information that you need to prepare for the assignment. You'll see individual handouts, you'll see videos, and if there are any readings, you will see them there. Beneath that folder will be a folder containing any assignments or quizzes that you will have for that particular module. I just want to walk you briefly through working through these modules. I hope it's pretty self-explanatory. There are, of course, the two major folders, one folder for your reading and viewing and lecture assignments, and then another folder for the homework that you do. So here's what the first folder in Module 1 is going to look like when you open it up with the study materials. There's a video lecture, and while there may not always be, I've been trying to turn some of these slideshows into videos because I think that makes them easier to access. There will also be a handout that you can either print or you can just download it to your computer and save it so that you can make notes from it. And then you'll have the reading assignment or assignments, and that of course is what you will read prior to doing the written assignments or quizzes or papers or whatever else that you find in the second folder. That's what you do, whereas this is what you read. So this is what your first assignment will look like. Your first assignment is going to be a discussion board. And if you need help with how to do those, I posted right below that a link to a little video that will explain to you. Basically what you go in is you go in and respond, and you create a thread or you answer somebody else's threads. And I didn't want to go into all that here, but there is that video if you need more instruction in that. This is what your second assignment is going to look like. You're going to have what I call close reading questions, and they're just to call your attention to different material that you've read and different aspects of it. As we get into analyzing short stories, there'll pretty much be similar questions on each one. So what you will need to do is you will need to download the reading response for introductory material, is what that one says. You download it, save it to your computer. It's already a Word document, so you don't have to do anything special. You can just save it. Give it, obviously, some kind of name so that you can find it again. You know, put your name on it or something to help you find what it is that you're looking for. Then once you have that in your computer and you've done the reading and you're ready to work, you can do whatever works best for you in terms of how you write things. Some people like to get their thoughts down on paper and then type their answers. Some people compose and type at the same time. I don't really mind how you do it, but once your answers are typed back onto the sheet, and you can just do these in order. They're not like a paper, so you just answer question 1, answer question 2, and so on and so forth. Then you will save it again to your computer, and then when you get ready to submit it, you can browse where the orange arrow is pointing. There's that dotted line that says attach files. Browse your computer, find the correct document, upload it, and don't forget to click submit, which is the long arrow at the very bottom. And of course, if you have questions, you can always let me know. I hope you enjoy the readings. I'm looking forward to a really good semester.